Bryan City Band concerts on BMU TV are brought to you in part by Bryan Ford Lincoln, we're just down the road from high prices. By Genesis Healthcare Bryan Center, we are your friends, we are your family, we are your neighbors. Whelan's Automotive, now offering a full detailing service. Stop out and see them across from the Amtrak station. Bryan Municipal Utilities, your local cable and high-speed internet provider. No contracts, no gimmicks, just fair prices with local service. Northwest State Community College, helping you take the next step for a new job or a career. By Krill Funeral Services, committed to service is our #1 priority.
City Band ice rink. Today was one of those days. Let me see, anybody disappointed we're out here tonight? Yeah, look at that. I figured Ron Jenks is the only one. Okay, she'll just get anybody to go along with it. This was one of those days where I've been watching the weather all day long, and the percentage would go up, a percentage would go down, up and down, and up and down. Finally, it was like 70% chance. And I'm just thinking with the Jubilee up there, if the Jubilee wouldn't have been uptown, we probably would have been up there. But I'm thinking if we get caught, if it starts to rain and you had to park 5 blocks away because of the Jubilee, you'd probably be upset with me. So rather than that, we'll just do this. So anyway, welcome to our concert this week. The first song you heard was a Henry Fillmore March, Men of Ohio, and this was dedicated to President Warren G. Harding and his staunch loyalists during his term as president. Next up, we have a more contemporary band composition by Jay Chataway called Prelude and Celebration. This was written in 1976. It's got 2 different sections. The prelude is sort of a lyrical type, more melodic, and then the second half, the celebration, is faster and a lot more rhythmic. So this is Jay Chataway's Prelude and Celebration. next up we have what some people consider to be a novelty song. It's entitled The Whistler and His Dog. And this was a song written by, what's his name? Arthur Pryor. I almost said Richard Pryor. He didn't write that. That would be a completely different song had Richard Pryor done it, and I couldn't tell you the title. Anyway, this is The Whistler and His Dog. Now, Arthur Pryor was a trombone virtuoso, as well as a band leader and a soloist with the Sousa Band. And when the Sousa Band was on tour in Europe, the commander of the German army bands made all their trombonists go hear Arthur Pryor play. At the end of when he played, they all came up and they disassembled his trombone because they said, nobody can play that well, this has to be a Yankee trick. So this is Arthur, but you won't hear the trombone that much in this song. But you'll hear a little fluting here and a little bit of woofing, and this is Whistler and His Dog. We practice that woofing over and over and over again. A little change of pace now. We're going to do, this is a city band classic that we've done for many, many, many years. This is called Ballet Parisien, and it's a collection of ballet songs from different Offenbach operas. Okay, it was written over 100 years ago. These operas were written over 100 years ago. Generally, in an opera, there will be a dance section that is called ballet, so this would be that. Included in this are themes from some of his most popular operas, like Geneviève de Brabant, Les Periods, Ballet Parisien, and his most famous probably is Orpheus. So this is Ballet Parisien. thought for a minute Keith Day was going to start doing a can-can across there. He didn't bring the right skirt. Moving right along, we're going to change to music of an Ohio composer, Henry Mancini. Henry Mancini was born in Cleveland and had a very prolific career doing film and television music. And what this is a collection of marches from some of his television and movie things. This contains Timothy, March of the Cue Balls from the, if you remember the old TV show Mr. Lucky, both of those are from Mr. Lucky. Swing March, which I believe is also from that, and a march from The Great Race, movie The Great Race. So this is Marches with Mancini. Okay, moving along to other American music. This is a medley of Irving Berlin songs that are patriotic in nature. This is in fact called Irving Berlin's Songs for America. And I'm sure most of you are familiar with most of these songs. We will have in here, This is the Army, Mr. Jones, Give Me Your Tired, Your Poor, This is a Great Country, and God Bless America. So this is Irving Berlin's Songs for America. we'll change over to our inspirational song of the evening. Again, this is one of those songs that I'm sure most of you are familiar with. This is Let There Be Peace on Earth. And this was written in 1955 by husband and wife team Cy Miller and Jill Jackson. And they wrote it for a summer camp for 180 teenagers of all different races and religions. And they taught them this song with the idea that they would go back to their hometowns and their home churches and schools and communities and teach this song to others. Well, it did, and it went through there and finally started to become international as people started to travel. So it didn't take but a year or two before this became an international song. So this is Let There Be Peace on Earth. things back up again. And this is another little medley. Again, I love medleys. You get a lot of bang for your buck. You get to hear a lot of different things. This is called Big Band Polka. And this is a medley of a few different polka tunes. And they are Pennsylvania Polka, My Melody of Love, and Beer Barrel Polka. So, if the music moves you and you want to get up and dance, don't. It really annoys us. Did anybody dance? Keith, did you dance? Okay, now moving on to a little bit of movie music. We're going to play the main theme from, well, actually it's highlights from The Lord of the Rings, the first Lord of the Rings film, The Fellowship of the Rings. Now, Lord of the Rings was composed by who has become quite a prolific movie composer, Howard Shore. And Howard Shore actually, one of his first professional musician gigs was he was the band leader on Saturday Night Live back in the old days. It was Howard, they called it Howard Shore and the Shoremen, and they oftentimes would dress up as sailors. So this is Howard Shore's score of Lord of the Rings. like to wrap up our main portion of the program tonight with another march. This is a Harold Bennett march. This is called Military Escort, and this has been of great popularity from the time it was written. Some people call it the best easy march ever written. In fact, and it became so popular with school groups and community groups and even professional groups that John Philip Sousa at the time says that he wished he would have had his name on it because it just made a lot of money in its day. So this is Military Escort. Next week, hopefully, we'll be back downtown. And also next week is Day in the Park, next Saturday, and we will be giving our annual concert right here on next Saturday night. Not this coming Saturday night, but the, what is it, the 27th. And we will be 8 o'clock, and we'd like to see you here just because they brought the fireworks back to the park now, so you'll want a good place to sit. So you might as well come here, and then you can just jump over the wall and go sit. So that'll be a good thing. Okay, we'll close tonight with our traditional God Bless America and Star Spangled Banner. If June and Dave would like to come up. Ron, Jax, you want to join us tonight? Ron, want to do it? You'd rather dance? Okay. Thank you all very much. See you next week.
The Bryan City Band concerts on BMU TV are brought to you in part by Bryan Ford Lincoln. We're just down the road from high prices. By Genesis Healthcare Bryan Center. We are your friends, we are your family, we are your neighbors. Whelan's Automotive, now offering a full detailing service. Stop out and see them across from the Amtrak station. Bryan Municipal Utilities, your local cable and high-speed internet provider. No contracts, no gimmicks, just fair prices with local service. Northwest State Community College, helping you take the next step for a new job or a career. By Krill Funeral Services, committed to service is our #1 priority.